Yo ho ho! What's going on, guys? This is Grim Reaper bringing you guys another session of the Boar's Hat podcast. Today I have all the regular stigma niggas, we're back here again for 283. Bro,
What's going on?
is Purgatory a welcome return, my guys? What are you guys thinking about this chapter, man?
I actually enjoyed it. I think the most importantly, it was a change of pace for all this Miles stuff. So I was like, something different. I'll take
Yes.
it.
God damn it. Yes.
Yeah, some of the chat in the Discord, I was like, what are you guys talking? I thought you were just randomly talking stuff. I didn't think the pace had changed.
Yeah, so Zar's really going to drop the chapter early. Guys, remember to check in the description for the links to the Discord, Instagram, all that stuff, and everybody else's links. But I think I agree most with what Naya said, that like coming away from the fight with Stigma was a refreshing thing. And seeing Meliodas again, like, oh, no. And then my nigga Bond, bro, like, never, like, I don't remember a time where I was so happy to see Bond, bro. And this nigga was like charismatic as fuck, sitting there cooling with the captain and shit, tighten him up and shit like that. And then this nigga can heal niggas now, bro.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, huh? Bitch?
I can't remember where. I could have sworn I've seen this done in another form of entertainment. I can't remember where someone takes a sense. Oh, you know what? It was Kuma from One Piece. He does the exact same thing. And I was all like, are you serious? Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Oh, the repulsor thing when they got knocked so far away. It's like, where's the Demon King? Oh, he's really far away.
Not even just that. He punched the fuck out of Meliodas so goddamn far. I was like, what?
Bro, my nigga. I know for a fact the first attack he did was Judgment Day, bro. That lightning thing that he did, that looks exactly what Zelda's did. That has to be Judgment Day. Then the second thing was like a fireball with like lines in it or whatever. I feel like that was like, I was gonna call it Purgatory Flame. The shit that, cause I'm telling you, like, oh my god, this nigga's crazy, man. I thought he was gonna be like, like average power, the author wasn't really going to detail his abilities, so that we don't really get to see him right now, because this doesn't really seem like a point in the story where they should beat the Demon King. But I think we've seen him like 4 chapters now, and he's done different attacks every single time, correct?
I think he did the lightning the last time we were in Purgatory.
He did do lightning the last time we were in the Purgatory, but he did it at he did multiple streams of lightning coming down. It's just that now he's kind of like throwing in some more variation with his attacks.
But the fireball, I believe that is new.
Yeah. He's doing some crazy shit this time.
And then fucking inversion and shit.
Oh yeah, we got to break all this down.
The secret of the ruler. What is he hiding behind the cloak?
Truly, that's and. You know what? I don't even want to say this until we actually get to inversion, but you know what? Damn, you know what? Let's go. You know what? I want to do this like in order, so I won't even say much. Let's just go like in order from how we're gonna break this down.
So let's slow down real fast again. Take like a minute or whatever you need to your thoughts on the chapter, everything. Nah, go ahead.
Like I said earlier, it was a nice change of pace just to see. Like those guys, they're like brotherhood, their duo. I love it. I like seeing them. They're like one of my favorite like duos in like manga and anime and stuff. Even just in general, from most mediums. Those guys are brothers, so like I like seeing their dynamic together. Cause like Meliodas has been a lot more vulnerable lately, which I think is a good thing to show. Cause he kind of been until really the Elizabeth thing was revealed, he's kind of not been like that very often. He gets mad here and there and stuff, but like he's a lot more vulnerable lately. And Ban's kind of the one carrying him on his back now, because in a sense, Meliodas kind of used to do the same. And it's funny how I'm emotionally and physically right now. Ban is the one that's kind of carrying him. Like, don't worry, we'll figure it out. We're gonna get our happy ending. Elizabeth is gonna live. You're stupid. What do you mean the curse already activated? You dumb fuck. We gotta get out of here. When your man just tripping, like you fucking idiot. Like you got slapped in the back of the head. Yeah, I enjoyed the chapter. I'll talk about more in detail when we get to like the Demon King stuff, but it was cool, man. And I like Wild. Wild, awesome.
Bro, Wild is real ass. Bro, my guy Wild. What's up, Kishin?
Yeah, hey. My thoughts were pretty much similar. You know, it was a fun chapter, good to get a different locale, meet up with some characters we haven't seen for a minute. I do like our 3-man team. I mean, Wild's really blended well with them. Uh, and I think to expand on the vulnerability of Meliodas, remember, he is just the emotions of Meliodas. What else do you expect?
Oh shit, that's true. My fault.
So, I mean,
I don't. Oh shit.
I know it's sometimes
I'm
hard
brain dead.
to
I was brain
remember
dead for a
that
second.
fact, but
My fault.
it's okay. You know, there's 1,000 things to remember in a series like this.
But
So
isn't that crazy? Like so you have to make him a bitch? Like is that what you're saying? Like
no, it's that it's not his physical body, so he doesn't have all that physical raw power anymore. He's shown it this chapter and the last time they fought the Demon King.
no,
That's why Bon has to fight.
But I was
one
referring
day.
to the other aspect that like. Sorry,
So
so
his
he's
emotional vulnerable
yeah,
state.
yes, the emotional vulnerable state. He's feeling, so technically he should have a strong emotional vulnerable state. I thought that was what Naya was like making fun of. So, but then you clarified like he is feeling, so it would be really cool that the author's like expressing it in that such a manner, like making Meliodas a bitch.
I wasn't even trying to make fun of him. I think this humanizes him because for a long time I didn't really like him because he kind of just went around doing shit, didn't really show any emotion. He kind of just did stuff, you know, grew up Elizabeth and stuff. But the thing about it is, with going through that many incarnations of Elizabeth and all the despair and all the shit he's done through his life, I fucking understand, bro. You gotta bury that shit. I'd bury the fuck out of that shit too, right? But it's nice to see it come to the surface because, like, you're a real person.
Man,
I'm gonna just cut through the silence real
The
quick
story of
and
fucking
go
Meliodas.
ahead and get my stuff. But I will also agree. It's a great chapter. I am so fucking happy we're done with mail. Good lord, I'm like, okay. So we're done with mail. We're done with mail. Which
The
again,
drought
like,
is over.
yes, it's over. It's goddamn over. And you know what? I'm really happy that we're back with my, with the boys. The boys are back in town. I really am happy to see their dynamics some more. I was very interested in the fight between the Demon King, especially because like the first page you see is like a double page spread of them just getting fucked up by the Demon King, and then they're like, "Damn, how many losses that been?" It's like, it's actually been like 60 years since we've been trying to fight this guy. We keep losing. And it's like, what? Goddamn! It's like 60 years. These keep getting flexed on. And I also went back to kind of like mess around with like the timing of the series and everything. And apparently, and I went back and said that apparently every year is about like every year there is about a minute in the real world. So 60 years is about an hour. So at least they've been fighting the Demon King for about an hour outside. Whether like how that correlates to the outside world is beyond me because they kind of went through a night and day. So we don't even know how long Bond's really been messed around as like the Demon Fox, then fighting Meliodas. So I did that for for the time constraints part of the story. But other than that, I really did enjoy that again, like emotional value that Meliodas had, and more than anything else, I guess this is Meliodas' chance to be vulnerable because again, like these are his emotions. So why would he not be emotional? But just like y'all said, it does humanize him before he really did seem that human in the first place. But with him crying and kind of like expressing his feelings because he had balled everything up. I mean, yeah, it was definitely interesting to see how Bond himself, who I guess kind of has to go through some of these, or rather had gone through some of these things alone, is the one cheering Meliodas up and kind of being by his side, seeing as how like he essentially used Meliodas as the emotional crutch to get through most of his life. Because when we first meet Bond in the first place, he's kind of like let himself get fucked up.
Drunk, yeah.
Exactly. He's a drunk bum who kind of wanted to be fucked up. And remember, that was only because someone important in his life apparently had gone away, and he was like, "Oh, great, I'm alone again. No one's gonna beat me up. This sucks. This sucks. I'm gonna have to go find someone to beat me up now." And kind of just like goes like emotional rut. But I like how it's Bond who's the one who's basically getting him through this emotional rut. So I thought that was pretty cool. And as for the whole inversion and everything, I'll leave that for later.
It was just kind of dropped there at the end, so I mean.
Okay, fine. All right, fine. Might as well talk about it now.
Whatever. Hey,
So-
that's the fun of this. We can always come back to topics.
Nah, bro, I'm
True.
not trying to edit all that shit out. Hurry up.
All right. No. Go ahead. Let's go on the next point.
Okay. So, let's basically go through the quick from the top of the chapter, and anything that we can really identify as like valuable for like essential information. I think when we were before the stream, we were talking about the appearance of Meliodas' blade, and that's like
No, not Meliodas, the Demon King's blade.
the
Yeah.
huh.
Why would I post a picture of the Demon King if
Hold
I'm
on.
talking about Meliodas?
Oh, okay, different. Oh, okay.
All of us brain dead this.
All right. You don't think that's just like a different blade he had?
Well, I mean, it was 3,000 years ago, so anything's possible, but his armor's virtually the same as far as we can tell.
He had
so
a blade
why would
when he approached us initially when we were in Purgatory. What did it look like?
Well, yes, it was basically what we see in this chapter, but
okay.
in previous appearances, before the Purgatory meetup, he had a more curved, like serrated blade.
I'm gonna go ahead.
That was actually the same instance for Meliodas in the same picture. That look at Elizabeth. Or fuck, I'll try and post this on the stream actually. When you see Elizabeth, she has a blade like an extension. She's the extension of Meliodas' blade. And the entire picture has both the deities and both Meliodas and Elizabeth. At this point, Meliodas has a long blade, but we know that this occurrence actually happened, whether it's hours or days after the initial point where we saw Diane and King take the bodies of Delora and Gloxinia. That occurrence when they met Meliodas or whatever, he had a short blade. And that instance actually happened a certain time period before this. We have to remember, they were punished before the curse happened. So, to put it into stance, it seems like multiple niggas have different weapons or different blades. And I'm not like crazy to say that like, what if these weapons are fucking... Because technically, we saw this weapon that Meliodas has right now. It's made from Purgatory, right? From like the creatures in Purgatory.
Made from their bones.
It's not abnormal to believe that these weapons are from creatures in hell.
Or at least made from materials. I can see that.
Yeah, like that blade is long as hell, and it looks almost exactly like the other blade that Meliodas had.
Like back in the day.
Yeah, no. You get what I'm saying, right? Like, the picture we saw back in the day of Meliodas from King, that's 3,000 years ago. This photo is 3,000 years ago. And I'm saying that they probably happened, like, within, like, hours or days from each other, these two events. So I'm saying, like, if Meliodas' blade changed in hours or days from when we saw him, then that blade has to be abnormal. Either he's adding magic to it, or the blade itself can change. So what if it's that, like, these weapons are from hell, and they have that property?
I'm already going back to the fucking couple of chapters where he came through to fight these guys in the first place.
Yeah.
And hold on, I'm not seeing the sword yet, but I remember that it had the same kind of curve to it. But my theory essentially is there a chance that his blade essentially had been warped after all the years of fighting Meliodas and Bond and Hawk and Wild.
Damn.
And Hawk.
Oh.
Well, yeah, he's been fighting probably other things long before they showed up.
That's true.
So
We have to remember, this nigga, bro, all right, they told us, he conquered the
8
demon
million
world.
years.
He conquered them
Purgatory.
niggas. That means he had to, like, he had opposition. He can still have opposition, my nigga. Like, we have to remember that. These niggas are not, like, just deities. The supreme deity isn't just a deity. Like, you can fade that bitch too, bro. When she in the fucking heaven or whatever, there may be birds that attack her because they just attack her some shit. Maybe she gotta fight them. I don't know. That seems like it's a thing. If what that nigga just said, damn, bro, y'all niggas are intuitive as fuck.
I'm still looking up these little panels and stuff because I'm not showing.
I mean, does that make sense though?
sword.
Like what I'm saying, like Naya
Yeah.
Kishin? Does it make sense? To an extent?
Yeah, I get what you're
Pretty
saying.
much.
I got you. You're still an 8, but I got you.
You're still an 8 though.
Oh shit. So then, damn. So 6,093 fights, and they've lost every single one against the Demon King.
Something like that.
No,
Something like
this
that.
one time they attacked him, right? But wasn't it like the final time? Like he's approaching them. Or
No,
is the Demon
no.
King finding them?
They're finding the Demon King. Why does he have to move away from the portal? If he moves away from the portal, they'll probably just go and try and sneak behind him and go ahead
But
and
the
get him.
last panel sequence, bro, like a shadow appeared to them, wasn't it?
Oh no! I believe they stumbled upon him because like in purgatory, like it's always shifting and changing. So like they're walking, and then one day, oh shit, there's Demon King.
Again, okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Also, I also posted those images of his sword in the Discord, and it has the same kind of curvature towards the handle that he did 3,000 years ago that Kishin had posted up, and then of course you have him in this newest chapter with the sword being changed. So my theory stands that there's a good chance that the blade might have been rounded out after fighting these guys for so long.
Like that.
I mean, it could be possible.
Bro, hold up. For real, like, post a picture, man.
I already did. I'm about to post a picture of his new sword right now, so we can fucking check that out in Discord. Oh yeah. Also, everybody who doesn't know, there's a Discord for our stream. Well, this is a Grimm stream. It's not really my stream. Can't really take all that credit. But yeah, there's a stream.
Nigga, it's ours.
It's his now.
It's his. It's always been his. I'm just here, kind of mucking it up with my degeneracy.
Bro, hurry up. Hold up. Bro, hold up. I don't see where the curved part is. Where's the curved?
Okay, so. All right, so the bottom of the blade, right? Look, the bottom of the blade where Kishin posted it.
The indents.
Yeah, there's the indents there and everything, right? And then
there's kind of like a hook portion.
Mm-hmm. And there's like a weird off. It's like a weird off of not. It's like asymmetrical when you see like
that definitely stands.
Comes the blade.
I see.
Yeah.
That. Even the black in the middle is eroded as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's like a weird flame pattern for like where like the the handle meets the actual blade itself. And it also appears on like the newer version. So I'm thinking to myself, damn, I guess they really rounded out the blade.
Do you know how strong these niggas have to be when they come back? This is training. This is legit training. This is legit training, bro. This is like fucking Marineford Luffy. Instead of going to go train with Rayleigh, going to go train with Roger by fighting that nigga.
Oh, he'd have to be strong to train with Roger. Got to bring him back from the dead first and all that.
Oh yeah. And more than anything, I really do like the whole panel spread of like what the Demon King really looks like, because it's just like a dark bottom and armored like torso and arms and like head, and then it's like the dark cape and everything. I've always fucked with this image. He really he really gives off like that whole Demon King.
Yes. Yeah,
really gives off that look.
It is nice to see what he looks like.
At first, I was turned off a little bit by like his size, but then like seeing that like he's given like the character like just like you said a good outlook or good outfit and like a good design even with his size in the picture. I love that shit. Like he did a good job with Diane, but I never really noticed it because it's more of a fan service type shit. But technically, yeah, Diane does fit in all the pictures. She's out of place for a reason. I fuck with that.
I love to see the comparison in size between Diane and, because I'm looking at it here, and like these guys seem like hella tiny-ish, but like they seem like, oh yeah, like they're just gonna go up to Diane, but in reality, like Diane's probably like smaller than this guy too.
Yeah, like, she'd be probably up to his knee because they're further away in that panel.
True, they are.
I don't know about. Hold on, you could say that because then if you look at the top one too, bro.
Well, she's 30 feet tall.
Yeah, that's true.
Check the wiki for the demon because there may be some facts about the demon.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it, bro. Like the supreme deity and the Demon King literally like that one cover page, and nothing about them other than that.
And the side stories
talked about more than we get to really.
No side stories or anything. I don't even like. I believe. You know what? I believe the Horn of Centurion, the one that was talking to Bond. Some people, I've heard some people say that might have been the supreme deity, but even then, you can't take that because it was never stated that was her in the first place. It was just some goddess. It's just a random goddess that told Bond, "Hey, if you kill Meliodas, we'll bring back Elaine." And that was kind of it.
I'd say the closest thing to compare the Demon King to in size is anybody that's ever watched Inuyasha. and Inuasha's father, or what was left of him. He was like a mountain of bones.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I
Yeah,
remember that.
it's like going like a different, like complete cut off like space to even go like see his body in the first place, which also kind of harkens back to this as well. I also wanted to bring in something else too. Bond's new power up. It seems his new power up. So apparently he somehow, because again the translation that came out is kind of weird. I found out like a couple weird little things the way they were speaking, but
it's fucking buns.
But I mean, this one was okay. He said that he somehow steal, or rather take, the feelings and sensations of others away. So, like I said before, very similar to how Kuma is able to push away, like say, like Luffy's pain or fatigue. I'm assuming he's doing the same thing to Wild when Wild took that entry in order to protect Meliodas. Now, when Wild was like, "Oh, are you sure gonna be okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm immortal." And then Bond kind of looked at himself and thought, with this power, and then he kind of just like stops talking. And then like, they're trying to get a plan in order to find out how to beat the Demon King. Now, with that, I'm assuming that he's, I guess, taking away the pain of someone else and giving it to himself, or rather, he's kind of just like, "Oh yeah, I'll take your pain and fatigue because I'm immortal, so it won't really bother me." So he's kind of using his immortality as like a punching bag for someone else's pain.
That's not like a.
That's really cool.
Listen. The way you put it was really good, and it just enlightened me. This is not like a power up. This is like I guess you can call it power, but it's really just tolerance. It's like
a learning curve. Curve.
It's like he just put his hand over fire, and he's saying, "Okay, now I'm not gonna get burned." That's literally what he just did. It's not like he gained more magic or anything. That's crazy as fuck.
I took away the heat.
That's crazy as fuck, bro. He gained this power. That's how he got his power of stealing, isn't it too, right? Or that's how he gained snatch, by stealing so much, right?
Yeah, essentially.
Wow. Maybe that's his power to if he does something repetitively, he'll gain that.
I wouldn't say that that's exactly his power, because again, like essence on many streams, the power system of Taizai is so ambiguous that you don't really know what's going on. Because in this chapter,
like Jericho getting Gustav's like magic and shit.
Exactly, but then again, we've already seen individuals who are related who have similar abilities. Take Grimm and Dreyfus, for example. One can break through anything, and the other one makes an impenetrable defense that can't be broken. Sure, they're different, but in reality, they fundamentally are similar in one way or another. So again, it's not completely out of the question that individuals who are related would end up developing similar magical abilities. But my thing is, it seems as though like words carry meaning, and those meanings essentially carry power. So like with Snatch itself, you're kind of taking things away, and Bond kind of uses that in like several different ways. Look out what's it called Zero Sign. Is he taking away someone else's perception of him, or is he taking away or is he basically taking away his own presence so no one can really sense him when he's moving around? It's one way or the other. And again, that's not even. And again, like that's just him being sneaky, not being like thieving and like taking things from other people. I would also, but yeah, that's basically it. If you all have anything to say.
You covered that pretty thoroughly.
So that means that whenever we do the versus battles, while in the Seven Deadly Sins, niggas
Bond is ultimate support.
Like my nigga,
like, your leg's broken? Let me just take away that broken leg.
We got a squad now, bro. Like Elizabeth's like, I know y'all noticed in the past like chapters, Elizabeth like was healing the fuck out of niggas. Like when Mael hit these niggas with the first love bomb or whatever, and then Gauther snapped them out of it, Elizabeth healed them like in midair, and they were like perfectly fine, man. Like, so she's a master healer, quick in combat healer, kind of like Roxini, if not better. King now has Pollen Garden to an even bigger degree, and it's a big ass fucking shield and shit now too. So that nigga's a fucking master healer too, quick in combat master healer. And then fucking now we got Bond, who literally didn't even fucking have to touch this nigga, like the same like Snatch type of buddy. The Sins are getting exceptionally powerful.
They're busted.
That's because they're using abstract magic. Like, look at the Holy Knights. They have like pretty simple magic. You can kind of get like what's going on here. Okay, like acid, wind, lightning, like straight up destruction, protection. Okay, that makes sense. Then you have the sins, and it's all like, oh yeah, snatch, full counter, infinity, invasion, disaster. It's like, what are these powers? What are you trying to do? Like what? Like, and the best part is like, yo, they kept us out. They kept us out of the blue for disaster for the longest time. Like from when King actually came on the panel to when he was facing off against Meliodas in their little training arc. We never knew what disaster was. They just said like his magical power is disaster. Ching. That's it.
Yeah, it's such a vague word to use for a power. It's like, it's disaster. What does he cause Armageddon every time he gets mad?
No. Does everything else basically, literally.
Exactly.
So
I think the only one whose power is the most straightforward would probably have to be Escanor's and Gother's, because those two kind of make sense. I mean, full counter also does, but I mean, it also has like.
Oh shit! I have to stop this. Please adamantly answer this. Okay. We don't know this nigga's power. Technically, he's never had a power. We've never known what his power is. Darkness is a thing that you can get. All the other spells, the regular spells and shit that he just knows. Maybe even Divine Cuts is just like he's part of his own magic, but he's not really using it. Maybe it's just one of his own attacks, because that's just him doing a certain attack and then him doing a flame on it. So, do we know? We don't know what Meliodas' magic is.
No.
I guess not. It's always, you just assume the other things are supposed to be it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yo! I'm about to talk hella shit to everybody, nigga. Meliodas is brushing everybody, nigga. What the fuck? The nigga ain't even use his real power, and he bodied half the verse, nigga. What? Stop!
So we definitely see that being used in the final battles of the series. It's like just like what Grimm just came to that realization. It's like, Meliodas never used like a signature ability.
No, what?
No one else has.
My nigga, he's never gotten a power up till this day. The Five Commandments is the first time Meliodas in 200 something chapters ever got a power up. Every other time was him regaining his power, people stealing his power, and him getting it back. Oh, I can't do this because I'll get mad and release my quote unquote mad power. Nigga! Man, they fucking know this, nigga. Don't ever fucking tell me that Naruto can beat Meliodas fucking again, nigga. Don't ever tell me that shit again, nigga. Fuck out of here, bro. Dragoneer, whatever. Nigga from Fairy Tail, fuck that nigga. Ain't nobody busting Meliodas' ass. Don't ever fucking tell me that shit again, nigga. Full motherfucking counter, bitch ass, hoe ass, nigga.
Damn, that's crazy. Grimm went full ape.
He went complete coon. he turned the coon meter to 102, bro.
Listen, bro. Like you guys all know we lost the other channel because the shortage of strikes and shit. We had a whole versus series of discussions. Niggas would go to the grave trying to tell me that Naruto's Rasengan destroys like atoms and shit, or Naruto has chakra out like the size of the sea or some shit like that, or fucking some nigga told me some nigga from Fairy Tail Dragoneer or something like that was he could body you Meliodas, like crazy shit, and Meliodas hasn't even like.
That's kind of nuts, to be honest.
It's nuts only because you have to realize this. In Taizai, there's a lot of there's this concept that people might skim over, and it's the idea of absolutes. Full counter absolutely counters any magical or like beam like attack. If you try to throw something at him, just be like bing, right back at you. Like snatch will absolutely steal your physically steal from you, whether it's like an object or your power. Obviously, with like everything in between. Like they really do go with like absolutes. Those are like really abstract abilities. Kind of focus on that. And I would say, if anything, it's like if you try to like go against like another, if you try to like bring in another character who doesn't really have absolutes themselves, then it's like, what are you really saying? Like, and don't get me wrong, like I'm not I'm not gonna get into like a versus series when we're trying to go over the chapter or anything. But like, I know. Some people don't really match up too well because some of them are just a little too broken. Taizai kind of has the whole cast being somewhat too broken.
I'm just saying, like
Merlin especially.
Niggas used to do like which series is the strongest or whatever. They would put like fucking Dragon Ball on top or other shit on top. Like,
when is Dragon Ball never on top?
No, Dragon Ball's still on top, but they put other series around there that shouldn't be there. And I just want to say now,
people like Toriko, to put Toriko up there.
Yup,
Toriko's wild though. Toriko deserves it because Toriko is legitimately wild. They're
but
not even
Bleach is well deserved to be in the top 4 that we've seen. Yeah, Yamamoto leads the way with that. But Naruto should definitely be in the top 5 to 6 session.
Guess what you're forgetting though?
What's up?
Saint Seiya.
Oh no, that's broken shit. That's broken shit, my nigga.
That's broken shit.
Those are Saint Seiya is like that's like past Dragon Ball, man. Like JoJo is like past Dragon Ball and shit. Like some of those shits are like you can't. That's what I'm saying. Like you have to have a bat. To me, why are we getting to this versus in the Taizai? Look. We'll stay away from that. We'll get into a whole versus discussion on another time period. Let's just say that we've learned something about the 7 deadly sins, and in other more concrete translations, please take the time out to check them out so that we can confirm this information and that you yourself as viewers can understand what's really going on here. But Melly fucking Otis.
Melly fucking Otis. Where does that take us now? After the fights with Hawk and everything, I guess the only thing left is really inversion.
No. I wanted to talk about this pussy nigga shit with Meliodas, bro. Like, all right. So we were having when he was like talking about, oh, I should just stay here, and maybe she won't like get affected by that shit.
Yeah, he's like,
we've touched on that before.
Yeah, but besides the stupidity, Naya pointed this shit out. Like, is that how he like really feels? Because like just like you pointed out, these are his actual real emotions. Like, is he a pussy for real?
It's not that he's a pussy, but rather he has
vulnerabilities.
Yeah, like again, these are his emotions. So obviously he's very much vulnerable. But at the same time, it's like, what would you do if you knew that 1, you would never die, 2, you were always fated to see this chick again, 3, you were always fated to fall in love with her because she is your one and only. She is in fact your one and only, and you're the reason why she's going to die every single time. Like, after how many deaths has she? I
think we're on 108.
Okay, then 100.
I think.
Okay, then there you go. We're almost at like 108. I think it was like 107, about both 108. And
but I can't be sure.
Yeah, I can't be sure right now.
I think we're on life 108, and it's almost death 108.
Okay.
Something like that. But whatever. General number
107, 108. We'll go with 107 just to be safe. At this point in time, right now, I can only imagine someone who wouldn't want to. Like, come on! It's like she dies every time. It's not like it's my fault. I should stay over here so that at least I won't be able to see her. But at the same time, it's like, dude, you do like your body is like outside there that also has its own soul. So technically, she'll definitely die regardless. That's my thing.
Then he just must be like, just like Naya pointed out, and then he should be scolded for being invulnerably or like being so vulnerable that it's being dumb, because we were told that they're destined to meet each other as well. So there's no as long as you're on the earth, you're gonna find that bitch most often, and you're gonna fall in love with her, and then she's gonna die in front of you. And that's part of the curse. The author and the curse wouldn't be that easy to get out of. That's not a thing. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this punishment, I agree that it has eroded his soul and eroded his emotions, and that if we're ever gonna see the effects of it, we would see it in his vulnerable self or his true feelings or whatever. But like, is it going to be literally the complete opposite of the other Meliodas?
I think once they're fused again, they're going to find the proper middle ground where he'll just be like regular.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm goofy and will look up your skirt when I feel like it's appropriate. Otherwise, I'm all business.
Okay, but here's the question. Like, and I'm going to try to use numbers to depict this. The first nigga we see, the first chapter Meliodas, that Meliodas. Let's say he's 80% Meliodas, right? With 20% of his feelings already gone because of the 107 deaths, right?
Okay.
That's about right. Let me just put the quantity of 80%. That Meliodas is not fully balanced. So the nigga that we're going to get when he gets all his feelings back should not be that nigga. He should be somebody else that's even more compassionate, right? Or even more balanced, right?
Sure.
If he can work through his feelings, then he will be more balanced.
Yes.
It's like I should just, soldier through, get this curse dealt with, and then we can live a happy life. But he's not in that mindset right now. He's like, oh, if I just don't interfere, things will be better.
Hey,
Really? On the stream too? Damn.
that was me.
But I do agree. Like, putting numbers on it is kind of weird because at the end of the day, we don't really know how many times someone in the past has been able to, bring Meliodas to his death because he's been around for 3,000 years. I can't imagine someone not trying to kill him.
Oh, so you think there's? Because, bro, you understand that like the more times that he's died, the less emotions he'll have. So the more evil is in the Meliodas. So I'm now asking you, how evil do you think the nigga in the first chapter was?
Not too evil. Not too evil. He was I would say if anything, he was able to keep his emotions for the most part. Because he said himself that he's been living for a really long
That nigga's
time.
evil as fuck, bro. He killed Danafor.
He got mad. That's all I can say.
What does that mean, bro? I'll
They
get
killed
mad.
his face.
Let me destroy this entire
Your
country.
Honor, I did it in a fit of rage, and I have seen the light.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Oh shit! Sorry, no, sorry. So what you doing, bro?
All I'm saying is this. He destroyed Danforth in a fit of rage, but he was able to find Elizabeth and not kill her too. So what are you gonna do?
What you mean kill her too, bro? This isn't Mayo.
You're right. This isn't Mara, but at the same time, it's like he was able to find Elizabeth, even though he destroyed the entire place that she was born in. Because remember, she was born in Danforth, and he destroyed it same time. Kind of crazy. Like you would have at least expected, damn, a child survived that thing? How? Now, of course, you can go ahead and get into the whole, oh yeah, well, she was born that day, and she was the only one who was left surviving. But come on, really?
What do you mean, bro? How does that work? How does that? Oh yeah, because she died before. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Exactly, yeah. Like, because he obliterated the entire thing. They go deep down, and like the entire thing was just like he just sunk the thing. Like when Milius does that attack, where like you just makes a hole out of like an entire area, and it's just like a deep sinking hole that's kind of like really dark, and you can't see shit down the bottom. Like,
Danaford.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Danaford's like, what did you really do? Like, did you really just like put a hole here? It's like, yeah, I put a hole here. Damn.
Bro, no, they said it was like 30,000 feet deep.
There you go, 30,000 feet.
If I remember,
like
30 or 60, but I'm pretty sure it's 30.
Like he basically told the bedrock, "Hey, fuck out the way. I'm pissed."
It's like I'm about to yabba dabba do you a hole.
Oh shit!
I don't know. Emotions are fickle, man. And like, I feel like I kind of get where Grimm was coming from in a general sense, because like, this nigga was killing motherfuckers for a long time. Like, he was not a good person for a long time.
That's true.
Until Elizabeth, but I just feel like emotions change, you grow, you mature, and things. You're not set in concrete. I think that level of darkness in him to be ruthless is still in there, and we saw that especially when he killed oh my god, why is that trying to come through the big ass?
Oh, Fraudrin.
Yeah, because of the thing with Liz. He's like, nah. Okay, yeah, he's not gonna fight, yada yada. Fuck that. Boom, dead. Like he didn't give a fuck, right? So like that's in him. It's there, but he's a much better person. I don't know if you can really redeem him because he probably killed a lot of people and angels and shit. But
what are you gonna do?
I mean, demon got a demon.
Exactly, demon got a demon. You know, like you've been through one holy war, you've been through them all.
Well, there's only been 2 as far as we know.
Well, okay, you know what I mean. Like you were once the king and heir to like the demon clan. Like you can look it over, because I remember I was talking to my brother about it yesterday. And there was a side story, by the way, guys. Spoilers, but I mean, if you want to go watch it, you can go ahead and watch it. There's a side story where a goddess clan member comes back and she causes some problems for the Sins way back in the day. And the Druid's altar, and this was with Gelmet. She said herself that she was basically going to come back and take over Britannia, because that was the plan. And I'm thinking, so it was the goddess's plan to take over Britannia. I'm assuming for the magic, because I mean the demon clan was doing the same thing, or rather that was the demon clan's plan. And the only other reason the god clan would want to stop them is either A, you can't have it, or B, we want it anyway. And I mean, like, the god's clan has like the greatest people. Like they're not like everyone has kind of like a moral gray more gray and more, and it's like again, like no one's perfect. No clan is perfect, and the Gods clan is no exception. So so again, like so when we say that Million bad guy, is he really bad or is he just doing what he was told? Because when you're conquering, there's nothing bad. You're just doing what you're doing. If someone gets in your way when you're like their country, are they the bad guy or are you the bad guy?
It's like I've said before, perspective is everything.
And I'm like, my moral compass is usually in the gray. Like I don't really see, like I don't really believe in evil and righteousness. I think evil is relative, but like you're a product of your environment, right? So a child that's never known anything but war doesn't understand peace, and vice versa, stuff like that. So it's like he's a demon. Demons are supposed to kill the Goddess clan, yada yada yada. That's what he was raised in. That's what he's supposed to believe. It's when he was finally able to see outside of that where his perspective changed.
Yeah, and that's where the moral ambiguity starts to manifest itself. But yeah, like, is he a bad guy? Yeah, sure.
He's definitely, he ain't no angel.
yeah, he's definitely no angel. But I mean, like, you know what? Like, he could be worse. He could be, well, damn, he could be anything, honestly, and probably would have been better. But I mean, yeah. This honestly, like, he's not as bad as others. Like, he could be, who was it? Who was that Holy Knight that got Diane all caught up in everything? What's his name?
Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
Dale?
No. Not Dale. Ganon, right? Ganon.
Oh,
Ganon, Ganon, the guy who tried to kill Matronus to get like in like some more.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, him. Like, could be him.
For
that
real,
guy was
nigga,
scummy and he was weak. Like,
but
that's,
he had a whole scheme for them niggas. Like, yeah, Giants help us, and then yeah, they're scheming, right?
And wait, his name was Ganon.
I believe so.
Things?
Yeah.
Good lord.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's just why I remember him too. It's like, really, Ganondorf, really? But other than the moral ambiguity of the character and the way he's kind of I guess seeing his perspective on, rather like seeing his place in the whole matter of Elizabeth's curse, I did like how again Bond kind of reassured him and saw like, don't be a pessimist, like don't do that to yourself, because I mean Bond technically does that to himself every time he can't find his captain or his bitch. So it made a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense.
Demon King. So we found out what inversion is, and apparently it's pretty crazy.
Well, actually, that's just another word to refer to his power, the ruler.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. We found out what the rulers that nigga. I said it right. We found out what inversion is, dog. Damn.
The true nature of the ruler.
Damn.
We found out its true secret.
I don't even want, because like I got a lot to say, but I want to say something. So everyone say something before me, please.
You convert all the attacks and weaknesses you receive into healing and fortification. That's crazy. So you have to heal this nigga or put pollen garden around him in order to weaken him. King! I'm saying.
I'm just gonna say real quick, I think this is the best power for the Demon King, or for a Demon King, because when you think about it, right, like when you're playing like a fantasy game, you level up all your characters, you get your party and everything, like your mages, your knights, and whoever else in the group. You go to fight the Demon King, and it's like, well, we gotta take him down now. All right, debuffs up. Everyone buff yourself up. Everyone go attack him. Everyone go hit him. Blast, magic attacks, fireball, thunderbolt, all this other stuff, right? If it works on when you do it to this guy, that's when you should probably like walk away, because at the end of the day, it's like he'll take all taking all that weakness and all of those attacks, and only to flip them back on you and fuck all you up. There's a reason why he conquered the demon world. That's the only reason why. Probably because no one was ever able to get it.
Well, here's the thing that I wanted to point out. Could we have figured it out? Because I feel like we could have figured it out. Because it was like he kept taking Bond's shit.
I think it was only because Bond himself said that every time Meliodas would reflect his attacks back at him, he would just absorb those attacks. They thought that was weird.
Yeah, I guess you could just attribute them as like other things.
Mm. But more than anything, like I said earlier, with when I was explaining how at least how I view the magical system in Taizai, it seems as though the meaning of words is what really gives these powers I guess like their lethality, because the ruler is scary because right, the ruler is able to basically give the ruler is basically able to not give, what's what I'm looking for. You know what? I'll use give. The ruler is basically able to pass out commandments, which makes sense because a ruler would essentially do that. But at the same time, when it's really inversion, he's basically giving a weakness to everyone else.
Oh my
god! In the form of his own power.
That's literally what it is. And we've seen it and called it the exact same thing. But it's crazy that this connects to inversion. Are you saying that, like, does it? Yeah. It really does connect to inversion. So he gives you all, like, 10 curses with a massive power.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like, the curses are essentially buffs, but, like, it's his power because it's inverted. Because obviously if he gives someone a curse, they'll just power them up. It's a curse, but it powers them up. So it makes sense.
Now all we would have to do is just question how does like the power of darkness work in tandem with the Demon King?
I think that's just like a natural thing. It's like a natural demon thing that everyone gets.
Maybe, but you also get darkness when you gain a commandment. We've seen that.
You do. But then again, that's the nature of the Demon King, though.
Okay, but if you gain the Demon King darkness, does he have some type of command or control over you? Like,
they do seem to have a fair bit of free will.
Yeah, no doubt, they're warriors. I'm just saying, like, Zeldris, for example. Zeldris could call them. Zeldris could contact them. Are you saying that's his innate ability, or is it the power of God? I think it's the power of God. So that's what I'm saying. That power of God came from the Demon King. So what if one of those attributes or those things that he's giving out, also there may be curses, but the power of darkness may also be another way he can control and manipulate or know where you are and things like that.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it did, but I would say, if anything, yes, God technically makes Zeldris the representative of the Demon King. So yeah, obviously he would have that right because God is basically just like a smaller version of the ruler. But I mean, hey man, look, they didn't really detail their power set, so I don't like it's neither here nor there.
And
look, you're lucky I got you like that last bit. I'll be here all week.
I can't believe we missed that too. Like, every other nigga was getting a power. Like, they got their power named, like disaster, catastrophe, infinity,
snatch, break,
creation,
ground. Like,
no. Snatch isn't the same as catastrophe. Snatch is the technique. Catastrophe is a magic. It's like disasters are magic. That's what I'm saying. Infinity is a magic. Yeah,
what's catastrophe?
Diane, isn't that the ability?
No,
to...
creation.
Yes,
creation. My bad.
Snatch is the magic that Bond has. Everything that he does with it's like the spells or attacks or whatever.
Okay, so that is indeed his magic. Okay, bad.
Yeah.
All right. So then it's creation for the giants, disaster for the fairies, infinity for Merlin. Escanor doesn't have one. He was given sunshine. And Gauther,
invasion.
Invasion, which was given to him. So apparently you can imbue magic inside of dolls. That's pretty badass. But then we were never nothing. Yeah, that's full counter the technique. Demon magic is a form of, or darkness is a form of magic. Yeah.
But see, there's a problem because when they explained how magic powers work, it's like it's either you develop one on your own, someone teaches you magic. So in reality, full counter is one of his magical abilities, but it's not his original magical ability.
But when you keep saying magical, like say technique or say magic, because yeah, like
magic technique. So his original magic, we don't know. His technique, which is technically his magic, is full counter. Because full counter is a magic that
it's not technically his magic. It's a technique. Just like he taught him full counter. He learned that shit. That's what I'm saying. Like there should be a difference in how we're looking at that. Like you wouldn't call the ruler a technique. It's a magic. So that's what I'm saying. Like we've never been told his magic. We've never been told any of it. Like not one time. Not one time did they tell us what his magic was.
So I guess my question would now have to be: does that mean Zeldris' original magic is God, or does he have his own original magic?
It should be something his own. We don't know what his original magic is exactly. Yeah. With the answers that they just made, yeah, we don't know what his original magic is. And it's not like it's inconsistent. If we differentiate it like that, where there's techniques and then there's magic, then yes, it's been consistent. They have not told us his magic.
Well, dang, the Demon King sucks. He's like, okay, all the world has these powers, but you boys, screw you. He ain't giving you shit.
Yeah.
We'll teach you techniques, but any innate ability that'll be your own, nah. I get mine, you don't get nothing.
Crazy.
I mean, they said he has it, so I wouldn't. Zeldris probably has his own too, and I'm assuming that if we take the instance how we're looking at it now, that means that the blessings, because we know they were probably given the same exact way too, we have to look at what are the original magics of the other ones. Does Maya have an original magic?
Probably. There's no reason why he wouldn't.
No, it's a bitch. He's a bitch.
But you know what? Here's how I see it. All fairies have the attitude to use disaster, but Hellbrim himself had Link.
And disaster.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, when it comes to powers they did
tell us that some beings do it, right? It's not every being. They told us that some beings have it. They even said it for humans that like all humans have it. There's magic in their souls, but not all of them can manifest it. They even told the holy knights are the few that can manifest it. They told us in the beginning. So it is. Yeah, it's been consistent. I think we're just getting more information. Yeah, this is not an inconsistency at all.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying that there's any inconsistencies. It's just that at the end of the day, it's like we're slowly learning by reading between the lines exactly what this magic system actually entails.
It just sucks. It's so late in the series.
But honestly, that's kind of the charm that I like about it, because it's like okay, like these guys have powers, but they're not really explaining how they get them. It's like you just get a power based off of who you are or who's trained you.
And they've never been broken besides Merlin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're all pretty broken. Like full counter's pretty goddamn broken.
What do you mean, bro?
Slap anything away.
But we've seen the context. If you have multiple attacks that are coming at the same exact time, he has to physically attack those multiple attacks. And if it's a continuous attack like what Vivian did, or a redirection, and he'd already wasted full counter, that's how you hit it. You redirect their attack after he's already targeted the point where he's gonna hit it. So you physically get around a full counter by getting around the user.
Unless you're fast enough to literally fucking slap everything away from you.
Well, he is, but that's what I'm saying. Like, at a certain point, there's like full counters in absolute. What if he fights somebody who also has an absolute? Like, I can absolutely
Merlin, for example.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it'll turn into
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, listen. If you start full countering Infinity in different directions, that's kind of fucked. Don't do that.
Yeah, you're either destroying the universe or creating a new one.
Yeah, it's one or the other, really.
But all right, guys, that was it for chapter 283 discussion. The Sins are back. We have Bond. Wild is actually very, very interesting too. I'm glad that he still has the same ambition to get back with his brother. That'll get it to that point. I'm also really, really happy that we didn't off-screen the fight with the Demon King. He actually gave us a lot more interesting information, and he gave us an info dump with that too. So Nakaba's doing an exceptional job. The story of Maya and Sigma is completed. It was a little bit too much to have. A lot of us were fatigued by it, but I'm glad we got it, and now we're glad it's out of the way. So,
I feel like in a bulk, it wouldn't be as bad though.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't be as bad if it was in bulk.
Oh.
Yeah, if we got like 2 chapters of Mal, and then like at least 1 chapter of like say this, and then went back to mouth for a week or two, would have been fine. But it was just no.
Yeah, I think they really wanted to beat over the head, saying, "Look,
It's really
the
nothing,
other
bro.
arc."
When y'all niggas really like look back at it, it's really like it was fast as fuck. I'm telling you, it was fast as fuck. It really was.
Yeah, it was like less than like 10 chapters, I believe, right?
Yeah.
More like
No, not even that. Like, because you know how when you do a binge read, like you don't really look at it for like the chapter numbers. It's like for the events. Like you actually see the events, like a whole arc.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
realize like that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the arc of like this little thing really was small. It really was small. Like fast as fuck. You'll see in like 4 days if I can get this video out. But you'll see what I mean, bro. The shit is like Mile versus Stigma is like short as fuck.
yeah. I think like that. I think that was like what, like not even like a chapter. Yeah, like he dropped down, attacked everyone, and then they tried to keep Elizabeth safe, and then he kind of like fucking fucked up Gulia for like a couple seconds. And it was like, all right, we'll take her away. It's like, haha, bye guys, and that was like one chapter. And then from there, they went to go get her. Like another 4 chapters later, like it was kind of over, 4 or 5 maybe.
Yeah, but like, subscribe, guys. Check out everybody's links in your description. Check out the links for the Discord and stuff. We've been in there all the time talking and discussing Taizai. Like, subscribe. Check out the One Punch Man podcast. We finished that up yesterday. We're dropping that shit, I believe, tomorrow. I'm not sure if in the morning or at night. You know, see, you'll find out. Yo ho ho!